What this man said in this video is one of the major reasons why we as Africans, we hate ourselves so much. We are going to go through the video and I'll be back to give my honest opinion about what he said, because it is high time African leaders come to agreement on how they are going to make this possible. Let's watch the video. I'll be back.
For an African to visit a European nation, an ordinary African to visit an European nation is like, let me give you an example my teacher used to use. It's like trying to milk an elephant because of the visa process. However, for a European to visit an African nation, most of our nations, it is like a walk on the beach. It's like going to have a cup of tea. But then that is not the problem. The tragedy is that now for an African to visit a fellow African within the African Union, the visa restrictions in many of our nations, among us, between our brothers and sisters, is like trying to brush the teeth of a crocodile. They came, divided us, and they have taught us to keep each other from each other. Them, they're mingling with each other and making money and growing, but they have taught us to hate each other.
Now, one of the reasons why Europe is a progressive continent, Asia is a progressive continent, all these other countries, all these other continents are very progressive, is because of the free movement they have within each other. They can move within their countries. But we as Africans, we did not create these borders ourselves. If not, it would have been favorable to ourselves. They created it for us, meaning there is a reason for it. It is for their benefit. There's what we call scramble for Africa. Scramble for Africa. If you have a phone, an internet device, please make a research on Scramble for Africa. And I think I'm going to come back to make a video about it. Scramble for Africa is when a Berlin conference was held and Africa was divided between these nations for exploitation and colonization. Now, that being said, Africa was divided between these countries for exploitation, colonization, control, and for ownership. Is it not high time? Now we have independence. What is the essence of our independence if we don't have control of our own countries anymore? What is going on with our African leaders that they cannot come to terms to make visa free for our, thank God for what Ghanaian president did before he leave. Now Ghana is visa free for African countries, for other African countries. All other African leaders needs to come together to make sure this is achieved, because this is one of the reasons why Africans hate each other. This is one of the reasons why Africans, because when you cannot assess yourself, I don't have access to my brothers. So we don't rapport, we don't know each other, we don't know ourselves. So we keep each other, we keep distance between ourselves. We don't do business. This is bad. This is bad. A normal European, a white man, will gain access to an African country easily than for an African man to gain access to that same country. Me as a Nigerian now, if I want to go to Kenya, I want to go to South Africa, I want to go to Mali, I want to go to all these other countries, or my neighboring African country, the visa process is as tough as me going outside my continent. For what? So if I have a business idea and me and my brother were chatting online and I needed to go there so that we can finalize this physically and do this business and we move, I need to start saving up. I need to start preparing, waiting for nonsense time because of visa restrictions and every other thing. This is bad for Africa. They did this to us. We cannot keep doing this to ourselves because now they handed it over to us. And now we are doing it to ourselves willingly. Please, it is high time African leaders come to an agreement, just the way they did their Berlin conference. African leaders need to come out and do our own African conference so that Africa can be free for every African. Every African country can be cheap for every African to access, because it is with this that we can see more development going on in Africa. I saw a lot of comments in this particular video. One white man was saying they bring money to Africa. That is why they get cheap. The visa restrictions is not for them. That is why we as Africans we don't make it difficult for them to enter Africa. Which money did you bring to Africa? Is it the money you guys took away that you are bringing back? What are you saying? Is that the point? So your Europe is free. You can access yourself, but you don't want it for Africa. Because this is a very nice video that this man said. This is a very nice thing that he said. A transformational speech that he gave. And these white people are in the comment section countering him and telling him why what he's saying is nonsense. Do you now see that even the great grandchildren of these people are no different from their fathers? So we need to wake up as Africans and take the bull by the horn and do the right things. If not, we are going to remain the same. African leaders, I'm going to hold you guys by the neck every day. I'm not going to let you arrest you until Africa becomes what it needs to become. If you're an AfriTaper, please tag your presidents to every post that I make about them, because we need to make a change in our continent. We cannot continue like this. They took our fathers away. Now we are the one walking away to go and meet them. Our fathers built their economy. Now they are using us to maintain their economy. We cannot. Our fathers built their economy. Now they are using their children to maintain that same economy our fathers built. It is high time we build our own so that our great-grandchildren or their own can come and maintain our own. Because we have everything we need to become the largest and the most greatest continent in this world. And everybody will want to come here and make a means and make a living out of it. So please, once again, kudos to the Burkina Faso president, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Kudos to the Mali president, Assimi Goita. And kudos to the Chad president. I've forgotten his name currently. Pardon me, please. If you remember, please kindly drop it in the comment section and attach love emoji. I love you guys and I love what you all are doing. And the new Ghanaian president, I love you also. Please take the right move. Continue. Start the right move. I will not say continue, because the former Ghanaian president, I'm not happy with him. The only thing he did that I'm happy with is the visa-free he did before he left. I'm a Nigerian and I'm currently not happy with my country. I'm not happy because Nigeria is currently going through what we call a catastrophic quagmire. I don't know what that means, but I think it means something great. Catastrophic quagmire. A hula hoo. A mezebu. Nigeria is currently going through a state. It's currently going through a condition unexplainable. We are suffering. Our leaders don't care. So please, African leaders, rise up to this occasion. It has started. Let's take it to the greater height until Africa becomes a peak where everybody wants to get to. Because once we get there, their own don't change. All right? We are going to keep talking until we begin to see change. Because if we don't talk, who is going to say it? And the more we talk, the more I need us to take actions. And at a point, I think we are going to need to start making a move. Start making a move so that we hold this government accountable. We hold our leaders accountable to do what is needed for Africa to be what it is, to be what it needs to be. I love Africa. I love every of our African brothers. I love you, Cameroon. I love you, Niger. I love you, Burkina Faso. I love you, everybody. Africans in diaspora, the Caribbeans, everyone. I love you all. God bless the Federal Republic of Africa. Is it the Federal Republic of United States of Africa? Love you all. My name is Basi. This is AfriTape. Like this video, share to your friends and families. Share to every African that you know. See you in the next video. Peace.